Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Tremendous fear in the XRP community to a degree I haven't seen in a very, very long time. As I'm sure you're all aware, a mass liquidation event in crypto on a global scale occurred yesterday. And as far as large cap coins are concerned, XRP got hit the hardest. Now, I didn't go for start talking into, talking about mid or small cap coins. Maybe there are some that technically had a greater percentage loss. I don't really care. Those aren't on my radar. But if you're looking at large cap coins, it is true XRP took the brunt of it. So you might be asking yourself, why did XRP drop way more than other cryptocurrencies? How come, because again, XRP is just following what's happening. How come, although Bitcoin got hit to a much lesser percentage than XRP? Perfectly reasonable thing to ask. And I just want to share with you some general thoughts on that. And I'll explain to you why, as this was occurring, and I saw on social media just people in pure emotional agony. I did not have that reaction emotionally. I did not get hit in the feels. Also, I've been dealing with extreme volatility for almost 6 years, and I understand when these events occur, it's never an indication that it's going to keep doing that forever. It doesn't mean in and of itself that now everything's going to zero. People just feel that way and they start panic selling, right? And there are also stop losses, and I understand that as well. So some things just get triggered. But unless you've got something to where there's a hole in code, like if there's some sort of code of the XRP ledger that after over a decade were exposed, and then that would cause it to drop. Okay, that would be cause for panic. I could admit that, sure. If that happened with any cryptocurrency I hold, and so finally a vulnerability after a decade is exposed, okay. What about we have extreme decline in developer activity or adoption of XRP in a general sense? Okay, I could see that. But when there's nothing triggering this that's unique about XRP, I'm just not going to respond the same way that some other people are, just because the net worth is going. Like, my net worth went down substantially yesterday. I just don't care, because I don't think that's an indication of what's to come. But before expanding upon this further, I do want to be clear. I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. And I think that this is actually pretty damn funny what's on your screen right here. This is from an XRP community member named Johnny Lawrence. I come across this and I hit like on it and retweeted it because it made me laugh. And this guy wrote, "Nothing to worry about, it's just a sinking ship formation." And for those of you not looking at the screen, it's just a chart of an unnamed asset, presumably XRP. And then at the up to the most recent candles, on the chart, you can see that there's what appears to be the Titanic sinking into the abyss forever. I thought that was pretty good. And as I record this, XRP's hovering right around, it just went up to 51 cents actually. Things are already looking greener, guys. When I hit record, it was 50 cents. It's already up to 51 cents. Everything's changing, right? We got Bitcoin here at $26,196. And the Crypto Fear and Greed Index back into fear for the first time in a long time at 39 out of 100. Not surprising given the tremendous liquidation event that occurred yesterday. And by the way, it happened to occur, I don't know, maybe an hour or two before I finished recording my last YouTube material for yesterday. And already I was trying to explain to you, maybe console a little bit, even though I'm never going to advise to buy or sell anything. I wanted to console and kind of explain what I was thinking at the time, because XRP had already gotten as low as 57 cents before the mass liquidation event. And then I upload that, and then everything goes crazy, right? And then it drops down. Because XRP, the lowest I saw was 50 cents, and on Live Coin Watch, I want to say the lowest that I saw, okay, so it shows 48 cents here. But I know some others were saying they saw 43 cents, and on specific exchanges, I heard that it was as low as 38 cents, because those are own individual unique environments, and then arbitrage ends up flattening all that out over time. But I opened up my Live Coin Watch app when I was out and about, and I saw that XRP was 50 cents, and I did a double take, because I just like, is that real? And then I know when most people see that, like, their heart would drop, they get that pit in the stomach, whatever it is. I just saw that and I started laughing hysterically. I was like, what is this? And then I immediately looked at Bitcoin and I was like, okay, Bitcoin's down, so there you go. It's just XRP following Bitcoin, although there is more to it than that, which is why I want to talk about this. But I simply put this post on X, formerly known as Twitter. I wrote, XRP is now 50 cents. Laughy emoji. This is stupid. I couldn't help it. Like, my net worth down substantially. My largest individual crypto holding all I could do was laugh, and it was genuine too, because I understand that even the extreme volatility, there's nothing that had occurred there that was causing is the whole market. So you see the whole market go down, even if the percentage is greater for XRP, you got to kind of wonder, is there actually something that we should be freaking out specifically as XRP holders? Because there are many in our community that are saying the answer is yes. I just don't buy it. And what triggered this? Fear in the market. I mean, what's you may have heard by now, there are two things that are being touted as the reason for this. Here you can see there's this headline from CoinDesk. Crypto traders suffer $1 billion in liquidations and sharp sell-off for Bitcoin, Ether. Yeah, and it wasn't just Bitcoin and ETH. And there was a Wall Street Journal report that it was Elon Musk's SpaceX. There's a report that the entity had actually sold all of their Bitcoin. It's true that the Wall Street Journal reported that. I saw also my fellow XRP YouTuber Crypto Eddie asking for the source of that, and is the Wall Street Journal reporting something that's? I would hope yes, because the Wall Street Journal. I haven't seen actual proof of it, so I think it's perfectly reasonable for her to be asking that. If that's not true and that triggered this, if that's one of the things that really triggered this, wow. Although sometimes you see that, like you just get these random days of extreme negative volatility, and then whatever's happening at the moment, that's the reason then. Then there was also the whole Evergrande situation. Here you can see from CNBC's China's property giant Evergrande files for bankruptcy protection in Manhattan court. And so they're absolutely gigantic. That's something that happened to be happening the day. Did it actually trigger it? I don't know. It happened on the same day. Either way, it happened though, and it's not a fundamental problem with individual cryptocurrencies. Then you had this from the blockchain backer adding context. He wrote, or he shared from Watcher Guru, just $1 billion liquidated from the crypto market in the past 24 hours. And that was retweeted by blockchain backer who wrote FTX was 875 million for context. So this was bigger than FTX, which was an outright Ponzi scheme that harmed untold numbers of people. That's pretty wild here. And then he added additional context, and he wrote the following. I've been looking for examples where we've seen that kind of liquidation sell-off, especially looking at things like the COVID-19 crash, the SEC lawsuit, and the FTX collapse. That 5 minutes of chaos was more aggressive than any moment in COVID, SEC lawsuit, or FTX. And so it did happen that quickly. That cascading on down effect that I was talking about, it happened in a matter of minutes, quite literally, more aggressive than any we've seen for all of those instances. But they happen, and I can tell you with it's a virtual certainty at some unknown point in the future, even if it's years from now, there will be something that happens where you see a major cascade that's in the realm of this, whether it's a little smaller or a little bigger, and whatever's happening that day maybe will or will not have caused it, but it's going to be assigned to have caused it, even if it hasn't. And people are going to be freaking out. It's the end of the world, and I'm sure there'll be some people even holding XRP at that time that are going to question if they should be holding XRP, because that's what happened in the past. I remember holding XRP when it dropped down to 10 cents in March of 2020 because of the pandemic. Now, mind you, I had started heavily dollar cost averaging in like over a span of years in particular, and probably, I don't know, whenever XRP got down to 55 cents after its all-time high, so it was probably like about a half a year after that, I started buying in at 55 cents. So think about that. Dollar cost averaging, it goes down and down and down, and a little bit up along the way, and then more down. And then as it was at 10 cents, I'm gleeful because the lowest I was able to purchase it was 15 cents, and I was down on my investment quite a bit at that point. But none of that movement is an indicator of what's going to continue happening. And so here's the part I really want to get at. So if you have just a couple minutes to hang with me, I want to share with you and just kind of just let this soak in. I'm not telling you to buy or sell. I don't know your personal situation. I don't know what's going to go down in terms of XRP price. And maybe it goes to zero and I'm all wrong about everything. Okay. I'm not pretending to be some sort of professional guru advisor. I'm just a dude that I think has pretty good common sense here. And I think that I'm very good at controlling my emotions and not letting it dictate if I'm going to buy or sell something. I think I'm very good at that. And if I weren't, I wouldn't be here after almost 6 years, because this is incredible volatility, but I've been through these instances before. And unless, again, there's something fundamentally shifting with assets I hold, if the market tanks, the market tanks. Just like if you look at what happened in equities when we had the Great Recession and starting in 2008 because of the housing collapse and all that. There are people up to that point that spend, in some cases, decades building wealth, about to retire. And then their net worth starts going down just substantially right before they're going to retire. Maybe they had a year or two and they were going to be out. They're going to be retired and enjoy the ripe old years, right? And then that happens, and the net worth goes down. Maybe they lost, who knows, maybe it's hundreds of thousands of dollars, substantial percentages of their net worth, whatever it is. And then they're feeling that panic because it took them forever to build that up. And then what they do, a lot of them panic sold. But by the time you get that fear and you take that action, it could be the case that already a lot of the negative impact has already occurred, right? And so those people that were selling, as the major capitulation has already occurred and their net worth was already down substantially, they were selling close to the bottom. And then what happened? It didn't take long. A couple years past it, you could already see digging on out of that hole. And then we went on the biggest tear of my lifetime, for the last, decade plus, most of it anyway. My God. So what was the right thing? To panic sell? And so again, these are the same humans with the same emotions also in the world of crypto. It's the same human DNA causing people to act like absolute idiots. I'm just not participating. I'm just not doing it. I refuse. Absolutely not. And that's why I laughed as my net worth was melting away. And I'll laugh even more hysterically as it rips to the upside at some unknown point in the future. Because that's what I believe is going to happen. So here's what I shared on X earlier today. Just trying to add some perspective. And I hope this makes you feel better, even though I can't tell you what's right for you. And I can't tell you if XRP is ever going to zero or if it's ever going to be worth $100 or anything in between or more than that. I can't tell you that. But I just want to share with you what I think, and maybe it'll help you at least feel a little bit better if you've been having trouble today. Here's what I wrote. In November last year, FTX collapsed, sending Bitcoin dramatically lower, hitting its lowest price of 2022. XRP price directionally did the same thing, but did not hit a 2022 low. The lowest price in 2022 for XRP occurred several months prior to that. Yeah, so I'll just pause here to note, to the best of my recollection, and I didn't double check this, but it doesn't matter. I think it was June of 2022, which was the lowest point. It was some day in that month where XRP was at its lowest, and it started to climb out of that. And so when FTX collapsed, the market was hit, but, Bitcoin was hit worse. So I wrote, yesterday, crypto markets were liquidated to a higher degree than what occurred when FTX collapsed, sending Bitcoin dramatically lower. XRP price directionally did the same thing, but the percentage decline this time was worse for it than it was for Bitcoin. Okay, so folks, what was one of the questions I asked at the beginning? Why did XRP drop way more than other large coins in particular? Because it's not like this is XRP's fault. Why did XRP go so low? Well, again, let me just be super clear here. Directionally, Bitcoin and XRP did the same thing when FTX collapsed, and directionally, XRP and Bitcoin did the exact same damn thing yesterday during the liquidation event. But it's always going to be the case that it's going to be to varying degrees. And so you can ask, and I'm not pretending to be a chart guy, so I'm not going to go too far in that direction. I have observed all sorts of analysts note that XRP has been outperforming markets, the altcoin market, just on the whole lately. So maybe it just had more to fall. I don't know if that's the case, and I'm not going to make the claim that it is. It's reasonable speculation, and chart guys could probably speak further on that concept. But what I'm noting here is that directionally, XRP and Bitcoin did the same thing in November of last year and yesterday. And so here's what I wrote. The point. XRP price action has always been correlated to Bitcoin. On big days like yesterday, it's normal to see XRP and Bitcoin directionally do the same thing. Sometimes Bitcoin performs worse than XRP. Sometimes XRP performs worse than Bitcoin. We literally have 10 years of data indicating this is the case and that we should expect it. Yet some XRP holders are freaking out as though something is wrong because XRP performed worse than Bitcoin yesterday. This is nothing more than your emotions getting the best of you. If there were never again days where XRP performed worse than Bitcoin, that would be weird. The fact that it happens sometimes is not weird. So folks, again, last November wasn't the problem of XRP. That's not what caused it. Yesterday, XRP didn't cause that either. XRP fared better than Bitcoin November of last year. Major capitulation. Yesterday, Bitcoin fared better than XRP. Okay. Who cares? It doesn't matter. Whatever the reasons are, you just got to understand, whether, and then to the upside, you're going to see dramatic moves to the upside where Bitcoin's outperforming XRP, but there have historically been times where XRP has dramatically outperformed Bitcoin. So what? As long as we keep trending up over the time, that's what matters. I see more adoption occurring. And even if you're worried about the Dow Jones collapsing, you're worried about equities just seeing like another 2008 style collapse or worse, even if you're worried about that, and you're worried that that's going to trigger XRP again, what has history told us? Markets find bottoms. So if that happens, you know what I'm going to do, and this is why I don't lose sleep over it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep earning United States dollars, because that's the fiat currency where I live. I'm in the United States. I'll just keep earning new United States dollars, and I'll just keep investing them in traditional finance and probably in crypto too. And as long as I can put food on the table and pay my bills, cool, I'm fine. And then markets rebound and life goes on. Why would I sweat at all over this? I wouldn't. It's logical, and it's outside of my control anyway. So I'll just enjoy the good parts and laugh at the bad parts because it doesn't actually matter. And it won't. Look, if XRP is going down because of that, markets in general are going to be just on fire as well. It's like that. Like that wouldn't be an XRP problem either. It wouldn't mean that there's a fundamental problem then with XRP either. It'd just be responding to something on a more global scale. And yeah, wildcard events like that can happen. And there's speculation from some that, perhaps it's going to be happening in the somewhat not distant future, but I don't know. All I know is that for me, the right approach to all of this is to just not feel the emotions, or if they start to seep in, what I'm going to do is refuse to cause them to let me make financial decisions. I will not make financial decisions based on the feel fields. I just won't do it. I'm just not going to, I'm fine. There's always a path forward. There's always going to be opportunity, but not everything is all going to be sunshine and puppies and rainbows and all that crap. Sometimes you just have a really bad day, in terms of market activity. And okay, that's life, man. It's part of being an adult. We just go through it. It's gonna be fine, guys. I'm not seeing it. I don't see the logic, specifically in panicking about XRP. And more broadly speaking, I don't see why this is cause to be bearish on crypto big picture. Even if we're going to be seeing more moves to the downside, okay, whatever. I don't know. Although many are arguing that, this was a major capitulation event and looks like we're going to be ripping to the upside, so there's that too. But it doesn't matter. Sleep easy. It's everything's fine. I mean, unless you're one of the people that actually needed to sell this like tomorrow, or you've got something crushing that just happened here, then I could understand. But if it's just purely, it doesn't make you feel good that your net worth is lower, even though you don't need that part of your net worth right now, then I'm like, come on. Now, if you need it like tomorrow or today, and now it's not there, okay. Try not to get in those positions, I guess. But fine, I can understand that. But that's not the position that most people are in. These people are not panic selling because they need it today or tomorrow. They don't need those funds. They don't need to convert that into the fiat currency of their choice. They're just having an emotional response. That's it. I'm not participating. Right? I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.